Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Anchor. Today's video I wanted to do a C2 loading video, and what I've got is a load of construction material, and these particular crates can be quite cumbersome or tricky to load if you don't know how to do it. And today I wanted to do a quick video. If you're new to the C2, I'm fairly new to it. I've had it for a couple weeks now, so I'm new compared to most. But when you first get it, at least what I did is I went online and I looked at the RSI load pattern for the C2 Herc, and I struggled like crazy to get that thing to load. It just the way they show it in the picture is very tough to load. So I'll come across another video, and I'll leave the link up to it, I guess, right here. Anyway, in that particular video, the gentleman that's on that video,
to the ASOP vehicle
he loads
system.
it using an ATLS.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
And so I decided, so I got an ATLS, you know, and I was like, cool. And then I ended up dying in it, losing everything as well. Falling through the floor of the ATLS and falling through the floor of the space station and pretty much dying. I was able to make it back to the area and get all my stuff back, which was fine. Whatever. But I decided I'm done with that. So how do you load the C2? If you load it like they show you in that particular video, you know, like they show you on the diagram, you're gonna have trouble, and you're gonna be rethinking your purchase of the C2. But this way, this video is not necessarily about that. It's more about these particular boxes have, you're gonna encounter some problems with these boxes, and I'm going to show you how to load these square boxes. Now, if you know anything about these, you have like the lighter colored boxes, like the methane and the nitrogen, and I even believe the medical supplies, I think they are. They're more of a rounded type area, you know, shape to them. But these particular boxes, you see this reinforcement bar right here. There's something about this bar, this little bit right here. It seems to make it just a little bit bigger than the other ones. I mean, just barely. And maybe it's an optical illusion, but for whatever reason, I have everybody. There's even a thread on the forums right now. This particular version is 4.1.0 is this particular version. And so far for me, for what I'm doing, it's okay. Yeah, everybody knows, you know, 4.0 was just whew, out of the box, you know. It was pretty brutal, but this is getting better, so it's playable. What I typically do with these boxes, and this is my recommendation, I go ahead and I pre-stack, get them all pre-stacked over here. I take the, maybe it's a little bit of extra time, but for whatever reason, if you normally what I would do is I would stand on the door and I would pull these boxes right out. Now, I don't know if this was a bigger, I'm in a space station, but if I was in a, let's say on land in a large hangar, or maybe extra large hangar, I'd spin the ship around and I would suck these right out of the back, right out of this thing. But in this situation, I don't think there's enough room to really spin this ship around. This is a large hangar on a space station, and maybe I could. maybe one day I'll try, but boy, it sure seems tight. Even if I angled it a little bit, maybe it would do better. But for the time being, what I would normally do is I would stand on the door and I would suck these out of there. But these square boxes, for whatever reason, they just don't seem to let go of each other very well. And especially these 32s, man. You're going to be getting off there anyway to grab them. At least from my experience, you might as well just go ahead. And what I do is I just pre-stack them. I just get them out of there. I get them broke down into 24s and 32s. This particular load is going to be 752 SEU cargo. I know the I think it's what the cargo grid pattern is, what, 696 or something like that, and that's using two SU containers. Heck with that. There's a big open area in the middle of it, of this cargo grid, for whatever reason, and I'm gonna take advantage of it as long as I can. Otherwise, you're limited to 640 SEU without using the size 2 containers, which I'm never going to use those. It's just it takes too long to load all that. This takes a minute to load as it is, much less 100, however many size 2s that is. It's a pile of them. I ain't gonna deal with all that. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to stack these up out of the way. See, even now, these square dark containers are just frustrating. At least it's been my experience. Now, if I had an ATLS, man, it just sucks them out. Boom, 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 and they're done. You know what I mean? Man, if that thing was reliable, I'd love to. If it never killed me, I even had, I would use it. I would definitely use it, but it's just it kills me reliably. And I've even had some people. I had one guy in the comments one day say something like, "Well, you just don't know how to use it." Like, okay, well, all right, shipmate, tell me how to use it. Explain it. Explain to me how it is that I'm supposed to use this thing and not die. When I'm standing on the deck of my ship inside a hangar and I fall through the floor, I would love for somebody to break it down Barney style so I don't die. I mean, that'd be fine, and I'd start using it. I'm not too proud. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Call me out on it. Let me know if there's a better way to skin this cat. I sure would like to know. I'm kind of learning together here, right? I've been here since 3/24/1, which is like no time at all. Some of you guys have been here for 13 years. And I don't know how y'all put up with this, but it's a beautiful game. I mean, shoot, look at this. This is why we play this game. It's beautiful, and it's a lot of fun. Now, I wish they would bring back. It's gonna make me sound kind of funny, but I wish they would bring back the box missions. I miss those. Those were a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I'm an old guy, and I like bringing. It was like an Easter egg hunt. Everywhere you went, you would drop off a box, and then you would go scattering whatever you could find, and that was the fun of it. It was fun to go look for crates and scavenge. Man, it was just a good time, a good relaxing evening, and make a couple cargo mission runs in your Taurus or whatever it is you have. C2 or C1, whatever ship you have. I started off with a cutlass, and I still have it. I mean, it's a jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, I still think everybody kept saying that the Titan, the Avenger Titan, is the best starter ship in the game, and after playing it for a while, I have to agree. It's great. It can do a lot of things. And for a starter, man, it's fantastic if you're just getting started. So for me, I like the cargo bit. I just do. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't do the cargo missions because while it is ridiculously profitable at this point, the problem is getting through them. Is the game actually working and recognizing what you did? And so you go through all the hassle of moving cargo, and then you don't get paid for it, or it just randomly fails, or I don't know. So that's a great way to get started. But eventually, this is where you're going to probably end up if you like running cargo. So, but there's a lot bigger risk involved in this. I did not buy this C2. I earned it in game. I earned it using a Drake Caterpillar, and the Cat is an interesting ship. It took me about a month of grinding in the Cat to get this, and this thing I love this. And so, all right, so the whole purpose of this video is to talk about how to load the C2. Like I said, I get everything laid out, and so on the Drake, they would want you to load long ways. That's how they show it on the load pattern on the website, but that is not the way you load this. That's not the correct way. You can do it. It works, but you're gonna be wanting to you'll be wanting to run half capacity because you can't seem to get it to load. So this is how you do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all our 24s and we're gonna put them up in the front section, up in the nose of the ship, and it's gonna be a 8x8 pattern. Well, it's gonna be, we're gonna put 8 crates up here, stacked in this way. So go ahead and get this far forward as possible. Get snap to grid, and we're gonna do 8 we're gonna put those 8 right here. We're gonna get those loaded up, and as you can see, it goes pretty quick. It's not as fast as using the obviously using the ATLS. No way. I mean, that thing's just boom, 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 boom. You're done. I wish this max lift tractor beam, I wish it had the same kind of functionality as the ATLS. I know the ATLS is a major upgrade and all that, but maybe this whole, or maybe there was a button you could hold to move this in and out, but it's constant spinning this thumb index finger center wheel. It's not good for us. It's not good for our hands. Maybe if they made it where it it sort of acted like the ATLS, but at this speed, you know, at a lot slower speed, I would be fine with that. That would save our index fingers, man. Or even if it was a button we could hold down, that would act the same way. That would be great. Hopefully somebody at CIG sees this. That would be awesome. So we're just about done. with our 4x4 grid, and we're going to leave 2 sitting out here. We're going to leave two of these containers sitting out here on the deck. Now you don't have to overstuff this if you don't want to. That's fine. But I'm going to take advantage of it while I can. There's going to come a day where the ship will probably be damaged if it's not sitting on a grid. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a 32 and I'm going to load 1, and then I'm going to load a 24 on top of it, then another 32, then another 24 on top of it to get this little center section here. This little center section is not doesn't have a grid to it, but we're going to take advantage of the fact that I can put cargo there. So I'm going to grab a 32, a 24. You can put a 32 in here on the second row, but it's pretty tight. You will. I fussed with it for a while to get it to go. I did manage to get it to go, but it's just not worth my time. It took a while to get it to do that, to get it to go in, and I just want to get. I don't want to be fussing with this stuff. I want it to load in and go. The whole time is money thing, and so if the auto load feature of this game worked reliably, and the game wouldn't constantly eat your ships, I would use the auto load feature, and I would be fine losing a little bit of credits. Man, you talk about some turnaround times, but it doesn't do that. It does work, but I lost about 3 million credits trying to use that feature of the game. The game is just not ready for it. So I gotta lock this part here. I gotta spin this piece of cargo around. All right, so we're gonna bring this all the way up, and we're gonna snap it. I'm gonna try to get it right there. There we go. And then we're gonna load it up. So what I've encountered here is hard to tell. So there's 1, 2, and 3. About right in here, this section of this ceiling is, I mean, it's just a little bit lower, and these little guys here are gonna start hitting it. Just watch, and you're gonna have trouble loading this. Even the round gets a little cumbersome, but these dark boxes, for whatever reason, man, they will give you fits in this on the C2. The first 3 rows always seem to do okay. Sometimes they don't. But what you want to do, when I didn't invent it, but this is what I figured out. How to load these consistently, easily. This is how I do it. If I can get the first 3 rows loaded, then I go with it. If I hit row number 2 and I start having trouble loading it, I just stop, and then I'll switch over to. So that's the second row. That was pretty easy. Like I said, usually the first 3 I don't have a problem with. It's this section about to come up that I'm going to show you. Alright, that one loaded fine. Alright, so let's see if this one loads in no problem. And then I'll try to load the 4th row, and you'll see. You'll be thinking, why did I buy the C2? And I can't fully load it. Alright, so that one loaded fine. This is going to be the 4th row. And this is where I start to have problems with it. And you will too, probably, with these dark containers. So it's Astine. What is it? Oh shoot, Xaypen. I can't think of all the other ones. But the construction materials have this type of container. All right. So here we go. Watch it load fine. You see what I mean? It doesn't load. And you could probably, if you wanted to try to spin it, sit there and fight with it, that's fine. But this is what you need to do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4th row, 5th row. Just get 4 in. So you're gonna have, you'll go ahead and load 4 empties. This is what you need to do to fix to get past this problem. Not like that. Anchor. This game. Just don't do it like that. Let's just step out. Just running out of room here. I'm just gonna drop this thing. There we go. So you're gonna go ahead and just get the 4 bottom loaded. All right, just load the 4, and then you're gonna put 4 on top of it. So it's basically your last 8 containers. Just go ahead and load them in. Don't worry about putting them on top. You're gonna see why in just a second. All right, so left with 4, and this is the thing this is how you do it. You just get those 4 loaded. And you don't want to do that. You're gonna eat it like an idiot. Alright. And this row, this last row, it just snaps right in. Oh well, I'll say it snaps in. Wow, that's never happened before. I've just... Alright, let's load that. I'm gonna grab another one here. Normally what happens is you can just snap it right in. There you go. You see what I mean? It just snaps right in. It's just banging it around too much. And you just roll it all in. I'm gonna move this one over. Move that one over. Yeah, so you're just gonna load it on this one and push it back. For whatever reason, row 5 and 6 are just, I don't know. They just don't want to load. See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. It just loads right in. Otherwise, you're gonna sit there and fight with it and fight with it and fight with it and fight with it, and you're gonna be hating the C2. Because you're thinking, well, I got all this space that I paid for, but I can't really use it all. When you encounter these type containers. But you see how tight it is up the top right there? It's this edge right here. If they would like lift this up and then give us about, man, I'm talking like 6, not even an inch of room right here. You're literally touching the top. But the first 3, for whatever reason, you don't have a problem with, but it's these right here, these rascals right here, and the last one is okay. I don't know, something about the dimensions in these particular containers being squared. I think because the other ones are kind of rounded off a little bit. But there you go. That's how you load the C2 Hercules. At least how I loaded. For I could put more in here. I could put a row of 2s right here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to bother. It's I've already got it max capacity, so that's how I load the C2. Anyway, guys, I hope this video helps you if you're struggling with loading the C2. Like if you're new like I was, check that other guy's video out if you want to try to using the ATLS It does work, but and maybe one day here in the future, if they fix the ATLS and the problems that it has as far as falling through the floor and all that, I'd go back to using it in a heartbeat, because it's pretty cool how quickly you can load this ship and get rolling out, especially if you're a single player like me. Anyway, guys, y'all take care, and thanks for watching. Y'all be safe out there in the verse and in real life, and catch you on the next one. Bye.